Welcome to the Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why and how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for lending me those ears. Today, I want to talk about creating value. Now, that's a very esoteric term, very ethereal, hard to pin down, right? Well, let's try to pin that thing down. Now, I want you to start thinking about a certain phrase right now. I'm going to call it a value chain. A value chain is really, a chain of value. How do we create a chain of value so when we're presenting our product or service to a customer, they understand the value beyond the price? Remember, as I always say, don't position your price, position your value. So again, position your value, not your price. So let's the first step in the value chain, the simplest one, the most, remedial, is price, right? We try to give a better price, and there is value in offering a good price. So let's not discount that. There is value in offering a better price, but in the long run, if that's the only value we offer, then that is going to be a commodity and we're not going to be able to compete. So let's move beyond the primitive just price value lever. Let's talk about maybe delivery. How about delivery? Let me give you some ideas here. How about delivery? Is there something about your delivery in terms of how fast you can get it, how you deliver? Is there something in your delivery process that we can highlight that we may do differently than our competitors? And if we're not currently doing it differently, could we do it differently? Could we create a different way of delivering value? In other words, is it completion, time? Is it the way we package things when the customer gets it? Is it the instructions? Whatever it may be. What is it about our delivery that we can begin to say, there's value in here, Mr. Customer, and then we start documenting that and actually presenting that value. Let's go to the next step in the value chain. How about quality? Talk about quality. Like, for example, if you're selling a technology product, right? You can talk the mean time before failure. In other words, how good your product is, the quality of your product, and the longevity. People who use this product have been using it for 5 years without any problems. If you have software, talk about the robustness of the code and the quality assurance that goes with developing these programs. What is it in terms of quality about your product that you can highlight that is different from your competitors? Let's go to the next step. How about service support? What is it about your service or your support that is different than your competitors? Now think about this. Right here, we have a lot of flexibility to create differentiation. In our services support, what can we do beyond what everybody else is doing? The 24/7, 365 and things of that nature. What else can we do? Let's get creative here. Let's think about warranties, guarantees, replacement, things of that nature. What can we do in the value chain of service to really distinguish ourselves from our competitors? Now, let's go to the next one. Let's talk about priority. Priority is when you tell a customer, look, you've been giving us a lot of business in the past, and we've put you in this special category where you now have this priority. So in other words, can we create tiered service? In other words, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 1 always gets the best service. For example, I use an American Express, and because I've been using American Express for so long, they've given me a special number to call. And usually when I call this number, I have somebody on the phone within a minute, maybe sooner. What can we do? What can you do to let customers know, hey, we're going to treat you differently. We've got different tiers of service, but you're special, and that's a differentiator. How about promotion? How can you help with promotion? In other words, how can you help them promote their business? Maybe there's something about your product that you can use to help them promote their business. Now, this is a rough one. This is kind of what I want you to really kind of think about. Can we do some joint promotion if we're working together? Can we use our promotion power to maybe even help your company? Don't know if that applies to your case, but give that some thought. How about this one? Because you're buying from us, Mr. Customer, and our product is a brand product, there's some leverage in that brand. There's some leverage. When people know you're using, let's say, a Sony, they know that's a quality product, right? If they know that you're using our brand, it gives your business a higher valuation or higher level of respectability. So maybe within our own brand, there is some value. Again, there's a lot of little things here we can talk about. There's price, again, I talked about, delivery, quality, service support, priority, promotion, maybe even brand leverage. I'm just helping you get out of your way. Start thinking about all these little things that you can begin to kind of, I'll say, pluck out of the ether and say, you know what? We can use this to differentiate ourselves. We do this differently than everybody else. And it can be something subtle or very overt. My point is, let's start thinking about the things we do differently or can do differently to differentiate ourselves. Because even if we have the same product as somebody else, or somebody has the same product as we do, there's always ways of differentiating yourself. Because remember, think of the product as being in the middle of the circle. What you surround that product with, promotion, service support, brand, delivery, quality, what you surround that product with is where you find true differentiation. So give that some thought. And that is it for the Sales Influence Podcast. Leave me some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you find me. Love to hear your thoughts. And after that, check out the salesvelocityacademy.com. Again, great new courses to help you sell more faster. And on that note, this is Victor Antonio, always reminded you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care. Hi, I'm Victor Antonio. I'm an author, sales trainer, and keynote speaker. I'm often asked, what makes a great speaker? Is it someone who delivers real content that the audience can use? Is it someone who engages the audience so they're part of the learning experience? Or is it someone who can motivate an audience to push them beyond their comfort zone and discover new abilities? The answer is yes. But the most important thing to remember is that I'm not there to look good. I'm there to make my client look good. Simply put, it's never about me, and it's always about them.